Alright guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. We're going to finish this picture out here pretty quick. Let's move on. We're going to get this thing done and knocked out. Well, I got this good. Remember we had ultramarine blue. We had a little burnt sienna mixed in with it. Gives a good shadow color. And so that's going to give us it just makes a good shadow color that's transparent. It really doesn't cover up a whole lot. And so we can create the shadows out here on the road, on the ground. Put it down, a little more water to move that around. So want to look like a shadow, not a mass, just a shadow where all this is coming across off that tree out here, and it's going to go across the road. That tree is kind of wandering out here, see. So we just want some shadow in here. While I've got this, originally we can do is I will tone this fence down again right there. See how it just kind of changes that? Gets a little bit of that light out. It was a little bit too bright. That pretty well took care of that. That's what we're trying to achieve. Let's clean up our messes a little bit. Let's get that tone in there a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I had a cedar tree in here one time. We're going to throw it back in there. So I'm going to take some sap green, ultramarine blue, and let's throw this little cedar tree that we had in here. This little cedar tree is trying to grow right in here, right next to this big tree. So we just put him over everything there. And the cedar trees just kind of push him out there. Cedar tree is a pretty dark tree. So I'm going to grab a little bit of burnt umber in here. A little bit of burnt umber, a little bit darker. There we go. A little more opaque than what we have with the raw umber. Take that burnt umber and put over here into that green. Let's get see if we can't get a darker color there, a little more, so we can hide that fence rail there, say. There we go. A little more muddy color, more like a cedar tree anyway. And there's the back side of it's going to be the darkest because it's kind of away from the tree or away from the light there. We're losing those fence poles there. It's got to have a base of the leg to stand on. So we're going to grab a little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of yellow ochre, mix the two together. Just gives me something that's going to kind of look like a cedar stump coming up there. We'll kind of carry that right up through the middle. There's some branches coming out into that tree a little bit. Some of that. That kind of look like a little cedar thing there, and then we'll throw some, cover part of it back up, see. Leave a couple of them little branches in there. Shadow off that. There we go. You got to put a shadow at the base where it ain't sitting on the ground. Get it across that limb, get it out to the woods. Take your shadow, I think it's going to cast a shadow, see. So let's cast a little shadow there. Don't be afraid to do that. Put your shadows. Remember, grass grows up, push it up. Make a few strokes, carry that up down. Look there. And need a little bit of light in that on the side where the sun's hitting, going right through that edge out there. Just some light out here, just out here on this edge. That's where the sun was coming through, and right around here, so we got on that bottom of that tree. We'll do that, and then we'll put our dark back in there. So we make sure we keep that out there at the very edge. Lights away out there. Shadow side of that branch coming up. That kind of looks like a little cedar tree over there, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit maybe.
I like it.
We can pick on this forever. Picking ain't painting. When you get to picking, you're done. Just throw a couple of light leaves up here in these, right up in this mess. Get out here, like maybe the sun's coming through in a couple places, hitting on some leaves. Especially up in here with the side where it would. And get a leaf right in here, kind of break it up a little bit. Some of them darts, but you won't lose all your darts, just kind of put it between the darts. You won't lose them all. Roll a couple of lights. I'll tell you what, guys. We can pick all day long. But right now, you pick up your littlest brush you got, find you a good little corner on a dirt road somewhere that leaves you somewhere to do it, and put your name in there. RL. It's a sketch. Ain't gonna worry a whole lot about signature. It just says Ralph. Y'all come.